Into the program, it's May 8th, a Friday. A little bit better weather than the last day or so. Stallions in town tomorrow night against the Dallas Renegades. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff down at Protective Stadium. Stallions win, and all of a sudden, things get awfully interesting. The last 3+ weeks of the season could find themselves knocking on the door to the playoffs. So that's tomorrow night down at Protective Stadium. Spent a good bit of time today talking about the expansion of the college basketball tournament. You just heard Martin Newton on about 30 minutes ago, athletics director at the Samford University. Also, he is the chairperson of the men's basketball selection committee. If you missed that interview, you can download it at 3 Men Front Podcast. We're talking about expanding. The NFL is talking now about their schedule being released next week. Now we have some dates. The international games will be announced on May the 13th. Most of those games will be announced on Good Morning Football starting at 8 a.m. on May the 13th. Those games will include London, Madrid, Melbourne, Mexico City, Munich, Paris, and Rio. Did you forget about Paris this year?
I did. Got all of Paris I wanted for the Olympics.
Especially the river.
Yep.
And then the rest of the schedule, the international will be on the 13th. Rest of the schedules will be on the next day, on May 14th. And we were kind of joking around during the commercial break. Do you think any teams with these creative marketing crews and social media mavens will kind of take shots at Rossini and Vrabel on their schedule if they got to play the Patriots?
Yeah. Who are the most likely? Because I enjoy the fun stuff they do with the schedule release, but I never really remember who does the best ones from year to year. So who has got one of the better creative teams?
Well, the Chargers always do a very, very good job. Now, I remember one of the first ones. I remember the Titans were really good when they. I think they were like one of the first ones to. Remember, they went on Broadway
and they asked people to guess the logos.
Yeah, the logos. Yeah. That was really good. That really set the tone. But the Chargers have always been extremely creative with theirs.
Oh man, wasn't there somebody last year who they had to remove their video because it was, oh man, who was it? I'm pretty sure there was a team last year, they put out a video that was so offensive that they had to actually take it down because it was making fun of.
I mean, that's a jewel in the crown of the marketing department, right?
Yeah.
Or social media team.
Yes, you put that on your resume, absolutely.
So the Chargers did the Minecraft as I'm going back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which is very well done. I was never into Minecraft, but very creative.
Really?
Huh.
That's surprising.
Does it? That and Legend of Zelda. I never got into that.
Well, that's more your time than Minecraft.
Didn't do the Dungeons and Dragons like you and your buddies.
I never got into that one.
I thought that was why you were meeting your buddies at that establishment that night, that Pat's friend saw you.
Yeah, we just...
and reported back to home base.
Oh, when we were having dinner?
Back to home base.
It was...
Oh, that's right. It was the...
Leather and Lace Dungeons and Dragons night.
You're not supposed to tell people about that, Landrum. It was the Colts video. They made fun of Tyreek Hill getting arrested. And they had to delete it.
That's right.
Dragons don't wear these. Just put it on. Fun times.
So the NFL schedule
Teach you
release.
to go have fun with your friends.
Yeah, that's right.
Fox Television also announced today their Friday night football schedule. They have increased the number of games that they will air on Friday nights during the college football season. Last year it was 9 games. This year it's going to be 12, including week 2, September 11th, Mizzou at Kansas. How about that?
That's one they hate each other in.
Yeah. Really don't like each other.
Remember when they were top 5 teams and they squared off?
They did.
Conrad's like, yes, I kind of remember.
Yeah, kind of.
I was in a diaper.
Mark Mangino.
Maybe the pull-ups at that point. Mark Mangino.
Yeah.
Jumbotron.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Yep. One thing that you should pay attention to, if you look at this later, the schedule for Fox, it's very interesting because these games are on Fox Television, which means Major League Baseball postseason will be moved to FS1.
Wow. Yeah, nobody likes baseball anymore.
Wait,
right?
what?
So college football,
You're changing the game. You're ruining everything.
the Big Ten is now taking over and pushing Major League Baseball off of Fox to FS1.
They're going to make Joe Buck go to FS1.
I don't know if you know this, but Joe
Yeah,
works
he's
for
at
ESPN.
now.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. I loved his work when he was on Fox.
I just associate with him with baseball postseason. Sorry.
To be fair, though, when I hear his name, I have to remind myself that he made the move.
Yeah. Still works for Fox in my eyes.
So are we sensing the theme here? I mean, the Big Ten is the evil empire now.
Yeah.
Well,
now that they've stepped into Major League Baseball, I got a problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're kicking Major League Baseball.
You win
off
your
of Fox.
championships. Okay, you do that. You get your media rights, bigger piece of the pie than everybody else. All right, you did that. That's your deal. Give you credit for that. But now you're stepping into things that we enjoy.
Well, now they've taken over the Jumbotron wars.
Yep.
Illinois has just beaten Auburn for the biggest Jumbotron. 5 of the top 10 in college football now reside in the Big Ten Conference. We've only got 4 in the SEC. Do you even include those at Bryant Denny? Are those actual Jumbotrons, or are they just like 85-inch TVs you buy at Sam's?
Yeah, we tape them together.
And it's not even the good brand. It's like the Tensa.
Yeah, it's the off-brand.
Zolsar. Ooh.
Well,
85 inches. It's only $100, honey.
What do you want? Do you want a Vizio or do you want a new head coach contract? Come on, man.
That's true.
Let's be honest.
That's right.
Here. What do you want?
You got your new contract.
What if they
That's
put in
for
a new
sure.
Jumbotron, but they didn't pay to have it like color?
Just like a black and white.
It's a black and white Jumbotron.
And it's like old JP games.
Like we had to
No
save on
HD.
money. Couldn't
Yeah.
do color. It was just black and white.
You can barely make out the scripted A on Coach DeBoer's hoodie.
See, then people would not know in the stadium what colors were.
But see, his
You know?
black hoodie would show up really well on
That's
the
It
black
true.
and
would.
white
It looked
television.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those black helmets too. Woo.
Yeah, they would pop.
That's the way you can make the helmet black.
I know.
Just do it in
be
black and
great.
white.
So isn't it interesting when we had a conversation with Rodney yesterday, how he was talking about how folks are really, really against putting a sponsor patch on the
Yeah,
Alabama jersey.
yeah.
Do we not think that's happening?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to happen, but I could see the Alabama fan base being.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but I want the money, so do it. Highest bidder.
Get used to it.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Maybe
Just like
Qu-
everything else.
Maybe Quick Creek will be available.
That's what I hope.
Well, it's just like, I mean, it's weird seeing like the Yankees, they have that insurance patch on their jersey or whatever. It's like kind of weird, but you don't even notice it after a while because you're just like, oh, yeah, it's there.
The problem I have with a Quikrete is someone who sold some Quikrete in the past from time to time. Like they didn't go with why didn't you go with a fast setting Quikrete? That actually goes a little bit with the uniforms. It's a red bag.
He's getting fired up over the stupid patch on the Braves jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It's not stupid. Pays somebody's salary, but
Sean Murphy's salary.
I just like the Stiefel that you guys use.
Yes, that's a first-class organization.
It is
my
first
friend.
class.
Great
I do
financial-
business with them.
Yeah.
Taylor, hope you're doing well growing my money today. But just the big yellow, and I know that's kind of like their trademark. Everybody knows that bag. But I thought that Stiefel, it was very classy the way that you guys did it. And it's just whatever. Honestly, God rest his soul, and I think he would appreciate it. That. The patch we have now looks like something Ted Turner would do.
Yeah. No, he would be very, very proud of that. Big time.
But it would say like Bubby's Barbecue or something.
But see, aren't you glad when you bought your City Connect jersey that you did not have that logo on that jersey?
I didn't.
I don't think it's on the jersey.
Well, they had to give you room to sew on that patch that Pat got you.
I think it is on the jersey.
I mean,
I
you-
can't
you would
remember.
know-
I have the jersey.
I can tell you right now.
Maybe it's
that,
not on the jersey.
That the
I got a lot of Braves.
the Cardinal advertisers are not on their jerseys.
Okay.
I actually hadn't really thought about that. Yeah, because then you're just getting free advertising for
How do I
everybody that
not
wears
know
it
this?
around.
I have a freaking
Mine
jersey.
doesn't have it.
No.
Okay, good.
The reason why is because it keeps their options open. If somebody, one, doesn't pay and you want to move on to another sponsor,
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a TBS font that you have on those with the ATL.
you're welcome.
Thank you. I'll start paying attention more to what I put on my body.
He was ready to go home and burn the jersey.
He was.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like getting fired up.
No, it was just going to be I was going to roll one sleeve up.
Show the guns off.
Yeah. Well, not really a gun, but.
Pew, pew.
Huh.
Pew, 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 pew.
The College Sports Commission, also known as the CSC this week, they gave us an update on all these NIL deals. I love this data. I love it. It will blow your mind. Have you seen this, Conrad?
I saw that it came out. I didn't dive into the numbers, but I saw that a new report came out.
Wow. Let's see here. In less than 11 months since it was formed, we haven't even got to the 1 year mark yet. The clearinghouse has approved 26,556 private NIL deals worth $242 million.
Okay. It's a lot.
That is a shocking amount, but consider this. There are still 1,153 deals that have not been approved yet. And those deals are worth another $56 million.
Those are not ones that have been denied. Those are just ones that are in the
pipeline,
okay.
so to speak.
I was about to say.
So if you do the math, the CSC, they have been now asked to review 27,709 Division I private NIL deals from June 11th, 2025 through April 30th, 2026. That means that almost $300 million have been offered to Division I athletes to play sports in the last 323 days. So 323 days, $300 million have been offered to Division I athletes.
Wow.
Boosters around the country have committed to or paid $350 million in the last 11 months for college athletes. That's the official number.
Yeah, we all know it's.
We're not including all those numbers, real cash that's changing hands above the table, below the table, McDonald's bags, whatever you want to say these days. But that is a staggering number. Not even 1 year into this, $350 million have been allocated to college athletes to play sports.
I believe it now. Just on the latest college basketball transfer portal and guys that we're privy to in their individual deals of how much some of these and look, love it for the kids. That's great. That's wonderful. Invest it. Be responsible with it. Hope you're set. But I'm tired of saying it. It's not sustainable.
No, it's not. Where's all this money coming from?
You're talking about a guy getting paid 100 times more than your value is what the market will pay you. But you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Guys that a few years ago would have been going for maybe $200,000 are now going for $2 million.
Mm-hmm.
Ability level hasn't changed.
So it's right around $300 million?
Yes.
That is $100 million less than the Dodgers payroll this year. That's just interesting. Crazy.
So 11 months. This has not been around for a year yet. 11 months. Technically 323 days since they started approving deals. And we're already at $300 million across all sports. And now you're talking about basketball rosters potentially for next year. On3 had an article this morning saying that
20
basketball rosters are going to not only be at 20, but they think will be in the 30 and some might go 40 million. And that's what we were talking about for college football.
Well, it'll keep growing just like the portal in terms of the numbers you see every year where, okay, so for this year, it might, let's say close out at like $350 million. Would anybody be shocked if a year from now, in year 2 of their reports, it's $500 million?
Even if I'm a booster and I'm writing one of these checks, you want to tell me that I want to see less teams or the same amount of teams getting in the NCAA tournament when I just forked out $3 million for a sophomore forward who has a lot of, quote, upside? No, you better get in the tournament. Expand it to 100. We better be in.
Yeah, you better.
And we better play a ton of games. I want to see that $3 million every other day. playing a basketball game.
Hey, we've said it before. We we have friends and we know people that have a lot of money that spend money at their favorite colleges, and they have gotten to the point to where what are we getting in
Nope.
return?
Not paying for individuals anymore.
Nope, they're not doing
No,
it.
We'll pay for a building.
Brick and mortar, we'll do it.
You want to start a fund that goes to this,
different
all in.
story.
Need
But-
help with meals? Got it.
But if you're asking me to go pay for an 18, 19-year-old kid who's going to come to campus and first opportunity bat his eyelashes at somebody else, and then you're going to
No.
be held hostage in a leverage move from a negotiation standpoint, no, we're not going to do it.
I've got the money to blow, but I'm not going to.
Yep. But I was
I
just
hate to say it, but Nick Saban, he called this, 6 years ago when he was talking to the alumni group. The whole Texas A&M thing got started up.
mhm.
But do you remember what he was talking about? He was talking about the booster that pays a lot for the guy, brags to his friends, goes, watches the game. Guy doesn't play, or guy does very little of anything. Booster leaves mad. Buyer's remorse. He's never going to do it again.
Yeah.
We've already run through that cycle.
And then especially when you're dealing with certain schools around the SEC, and let's just be honest, I mean, when you're dealing with schools in the state of Mississippi and the state of Alabama, there's not a lot of Fortune 500 companies that call those two states home. And so basically you're going to the same people all the time to pay off coaches or to, hey, I need a new academic center, or I need a new weight room, whatever the case may be, or I need to buy out our coach that only won 4 games, whatever the case may be, you're going to the same people. Whereas you go to Indiana, that's got the largest alumni group, and you're tapping into guys that's never given money, like Mark Cuban last year, to guarantee that Fernando Mendoza would continue to play. Those large alumni bases, let's just be honest, they've got a lot more of those Fortune 500 than you do in the SEC footprint, and that's become part of the problem of what we're dealing with in the Deep South.
Yeah.
We will continue on, get back to your text messages. We'll do some Pat Ponders a little bit later. This is 3-Man Front on Jocks.
121. It's a Friday. Hope everyone's doing well. Maybe some of you already got a head start on your weekend. We got Stallions tomorrow. Going to be at Protective Stadium. Hopefully the Stallions can make it 2 in a row and trying to seize one of those playoff spots, one of those 4 playoff spots with the regular season and just a few weeks left in that. So we hope to see you at Protective coming up tomorrow. A lot of interaction here on the show, as it typically is on the text line, 205-834-9450. We're talking about sponsorships, and one thing led to another. I mentioned Quikrete and how they put that patch, that bright yellow, high yellow patch on the Braves jersey. Daniel Yates texts into the show, and he says, have you ever noticed a unique thing about the Quikrete logo on the outfield wall at Truist? And I said, no, Daniel, actually I haven't. He said, it's the only logo on the outfield wall that's in color. They paid a hefty price for that. All other logos or sponsors, just white on the wall. Enjoyed the show, y'all. Appreciate you, Daniel Yates. Appreciate you, Daniel. Thank you. Going back to Kansas and Missouri, one of those good games we're going to get on Fox. Since y'all mentioned the good Kansas and Mizzou teams from back then, it reminded me of those 2 guys, LOL, both underrated. Talking about Todd Reesing and Chase Daniel.
I definitely remember Chase Daniel.
I do not remember Todd Reesing.
No, but I remember Chase Daniel.
Posey said you got Conrad confused. There's a Quikrete that's slow. Did you say that?
No, but it doesn't make sense now that he brings it up. Seems like false
You
advertising.
got a rapid setting, and then you have the...
Why would you want anything other than that one?
What, the rapid setting?
Yeah. Why would you not want the quickest solution to your...
Well, it depends on the application.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it.
Somebody just sent in a exclusive Saturday night Superstation TBS graphic where they had night tracks, chart busters, and they texted in another reason I love Ted Turner. Jumbotrons. In 2017, I toured the campus of Utah with my oldest son, who ended up not going there. The student tour guide claimed that their Jumbotron was the second largest in the country. Auburn's was pretty new at that point, so apparently all of these others have been built since then. Aside from that, it irritated me as an Auburn fan because the student claimed we're number 2 behind Alabama. I started to correct him, bit my tongue because I didn't want to be that guy. That's probably better. But you didn't. You didn't want to embarrass your son. The Pie Factory in Jasper is a great place and a fantastic wings and pizza. We started talking about the pizza bar earlier, and so they wanted to point out not only
What pizza bar?
Pizza Bar in Carbon Hill. There's also one in Winfield, but this one is the Pie Factory in Jasper. Never been there,
No.
but they got great wings and pizza apparently.
Okay, I'll check it out. Next time I'm in Jasper.
Joey from Alabaster, it's easier to have a large Jumbotron if you don't have an upper deck and seating in the end zones. I believe Kyle Field is the only one with the upper deck and a large screen, Joey. Thank you, Joey.
Okay, that makes sense. That made sense for Oklahoma, too, because it's just very wide open up there where the Jumbotron is.
Bama hater, I think Bama should follow their national championship motto and claim they have the biggest Jumbotron. No laugh from Conrad.
Oh, is he insinuating that we claim too many national championships?
That's the way I read it.
It's a common theme in the state now.
I wish you had talked about Atlanta's third baseman with Barrett. I think he has to go. Austin Riley?
Want to get rid of him?
No.
I know you don't, but
we will work our way through this slump.
yeah. What's he hitting now? Is he still on the
Austin Riley's actually pretty good with the glove, too.
on the come up? I was about to say, you got to give it time.
I think it's because he grew his hair out.
Oh, is he trying to do the Alec Boehm thing?
I don't know.
And,
No,
get him
hopefully not.
Why do you bring him up every time you get a
Every
chance?
time. There's the obsession with Alec Boehm. He's going to screw up. Look at him.
And that's when I strike.
Again, Paige is down with all this.
I hope so.
Steve Young, yes, supplemental draft. He was part of that.
Oh, by the way,
I had something too, but yeah, go ahead.
Is it about Bohm?
Oh no, it's about my wife.
Oh, no, I'm talking about her.
Okay.
I'm talking
Is she
about Bohm.
attracted to Alec Bohm?
No, but she finally saw the video from Monday.
Oh,
A lot
did
of
she?
questions in my
on
household.
the
A
undergarment?
lot of questions in my household yesterday. Mm-hmm.
Or they answered to her satisfaction.
I don't think so.
Well, probably a few more than mine because my wife actually asked about the underwear as well.
Really?
Oh, well, yeah. She's like, what is that? I said, just wait. Let it play through.
I think she was fine with most of it, but then
The latter?
inevitably it comes, did you have to smell them? I went, I guess not. She's like, yeah, maybe don't do that next time. I said, it was for entertainment. She goes, you don't know where those have been. I said, I like to think that they're, fresh and like
That's why you were checking.
I like to
newly
think I know
purchased.
where they've been.
newly purchased.
Yeah, you just want to make sure they still smell like department store.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I won any brownie points on that one last night.
All right, so your girlfriend's boyfriend,
Yeah.
Alec Bohm, 177 players in Major League Baseball have qualified for the batting title.
And he's 176.
You are correct.
I keep tabs on my boy.
He's batting 159.
Mm.
1 home run, 15 RBIs. He struck out 22 times, 10 base on balls. Yeah, I was looking up Austin Riley because, we talked about it, I don't know, about a week or so ago.
He's hitting 203 now. I
We
just
call
looked it
him
up.
Mississippi Blue Eyes in our house.
There you go.
He is currently 156, so he is the 21st worst hitter in Major League Baseball.
He's no Alec Bohm, though.
Austin Riley.
Keep him.
He looks good in a team picture.
Yeah, there you go.
Respectable.
You need those guys.
Riley has struck out 43 times and only walked 13.
Yeah, you're going to want that to change.
Bohm looks like he parked his skateboard outside.
Yeah, he does. And then he's about to go hop on a surfboard. But not like in California.
He's got a Vespa that
somewhere
he
else.
drives to the
He's
park.
got a
Well,
he
that-
does.
that
Got
latest-
hair underneath that
yeah,
helmet.
yeah.
That latest video you sent me of her walking on the beach, she said that her and her boyfriend walk on the beach every morning, especially when they're down in Florida.
You got videos of her walking on the beach?
No,
Yeah, it's our TikTok account he sends me.
Oh,
So
man, come on, Conrad.
you better tell her. You better send her a direct message about her possible skin cancer because she's getting burnt. Her arms and
Well, if I ever come across these videos you're talking about, I'll be sure to send her a friendly message.
All right, we got Dylan from Jasper. We got listener on listener. Here we go. Bama Hater, you threw it out. Dylan has responded. Bama Hater needs to worry about that. Who was it? Brian Edwards that came up with the ACC. What do you call him? Ass Candy.
yeah.
Ask Candy Conference. Yeah.
Instead of Candy Ass, he went Ass Candy, which is interesting in its own right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
So yeah, Dylan from Jasper. Bama Hater needs to worry about that. Tough conference schedule this year. Somebody else agreeing. Yeah, it's time for Riley to ride the pine.
Oh, okay. If you mean give him a couple of days off, I thought, I think the other person was insinuating like trade him or DFA or just get rid of him. He'll be
Just
fine.
wait till we get swept by the Dodgers.
He'll be-
Everybody needs to get fired.
He's doing
setting
it.
it up.
Yeah, he's doing
setting it up. Yeah.
And then when y'all win 2 of 3 on Monday, it'll be a different tune.
Maybe
we are 7-20 since 2018 at Chavez Ravine.
Maybe-
Gotta
7-20.
It's got to stop at some point.
Hey, maybe you guys will do what we did to them last weekend. We swept them.
No, I think you got all the bad out of them because now they won 3 of 4.
Has Otani gotten a hit yet? He went like 6 straight games without a hit.
Yeah.
He was 0 for 12 in St. Louis. He must not like that Midwestern humidity next to the river.
He'll go 13 for 15 this weekend.
Is it not incredible? So Paul Skeens and Otani, 2 of what, maybe the 5 best players in the entire league.
In the world.
Sure, in the world. Can't do anything against the Cardinals.
Nope.
But everybody else.
That's right.
What do they do up there in St. Louis?
Good Italian food up on the hill.
Get them carbo loaded, and then they can't do anything. I see.
Here's a little fun fact for you about St. Louis. I bet you didn't know this. In 1868,
I didn't know this.
you did or didn't?
I didn't.
In
That goes back too far.
1868, there was actually legislation. They wanted to move the United States capital from Washington, D.C. to St. Louis, Missouri.
And then they just kept it there and made it a state capital.
Yes, because D.C. is now the 51st state.
Was it the summertime that got them? All that humidity.
They decided they wanted to keep it on the eastern seaboard.
Did they just want a more central location in the country for it?
In 1904, that's where the Olympics were held in St. Louis. 1904, St. Louis was the second largest city in the United States.
Was the World's Fair there?
Yeah, one time. Yeah, but the Olympics were held in 1904.
Have you been up in the arch?
Absolutely. A million times.
People say it's scary. Is it scary?
It's scary when you go up there when it's dark and cloudy and a thunderstorm comes up because you do sway a little bit.
Yeah. That would be scary.
Yeah, I don't think
A good documentary for you, because you love these documentaries, is you need to go watch when they built the arch, how they built it. It was incredible.
I think I've seen it, but I'll rewatch it.
Had to develop these different type of cranes because they had to obviously meet in the middle, but they had to be exactly the same in regards to their construction timing. And with you used to be in construction,
I love all that. This morning, it was on one of the social media platforms. They're like, you want a golf simulator in your backyard? And then they do the time lapse of the guy putting it together all by himself, and he makes it look so easy. Love those videos.
Yeah. We will continue on. We'll do some Pat Ponders. It's the Friday edition of Three Man Front.
136, three-man front. We got Pat Ponders along momentarily. Noto Roofing, locally owned and operated. Deal directly with the owners, Sammy and Matt Noto. They will work along your aside your insurance company like they did ours. Assist if you need assistance in the claims process. Chris, their talented professional who's been in the roofing business for 3 decades, he'll come out to your home and he's going to be very honest and open about what he finds. He walked our roof. I didn't really expect much. It was an older roof, but he found hail damage. I got up into the attic and I realized that we had little trace amounts of water that was actually seeping in. Luckily, it had not gotten totally through the drywall there in the sheetrock in the ceiling, but it was going to become a big, big problem. We got the new roof. They worked with the insurance company, got the replacement, got some upgrades. Now we got better ventilation. That's going to help with the energy costs, especially during the hot months of the summer. It's Noto Roofing. Check them out today. Free inspection, all Jocks listeners, no questions asked. 205-848-2299. That's 205-848-2299. Or simply go to Noto, N-O-T-O roofing.com. Always tell them Landrum from Jocks sent you. 5 questions from Pat we try to answer. This is Pat Ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
All right, question number 1. It's always a fun time of the show on a Friday before a Stallions game. Time for your crowd guess for tomorrow night's Stallions game. They've had 18,000 in their first home game. Just a little over 8,000 for their second home game. So tomorrow night, what will be the attendance? What's your over-under of the Renegades and Stallions?
I say they get just north of 9,000.
Okay. Let's see who gets bonus points on this one.
I'll go 9,134.
Wow. It's pretty specific.
10,264.
Okay. So you're going over the number that Landrum gave us.
8,529.
Okay. I would say that if any of those numbers are there, I think the league would be happy.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I think so. I really do. Because based on everybody else and what they're doing.
Can Don have a guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
10,452.
Okay. Don says 10-4 for tomorrow night.
How's the forecast looking? I know it's supposed to rain maybe a little bit in the morning, but
I think tomorrow night's going to be okay.
Okay. Then I feel good about my guess. Feel better about it.
Based on the rest of the league.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
because we're number 2, right?
Yeah.
Behind St. Louis?
Yeah, we're averaging 13,000.
Yeah, we look good.
So that would be good.
Yeah. Tomorrow kickoff?
It's going to be fine.
70.
Oh, beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh, that'll be great.
Beautiful night.
A little bit of sun.
Beautiful night to go tailgate with Haskins and Don.
And the Giddy Up gals.
Yep, and the Giddy Up gals. Molly's initiation is coming very soon to a Stallions game near you. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I just make sure I had it on the right city. We're good.
The zip code.
That'd be good.
We want to make sure he had the zip
But
code.
that happened
right.
in real time on the show one time. It was, I forgot whatever the city was like. Pat was like, check the weather. I was like, oh, well,
Looks
no,
good.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oops, wrong city.
No.
Question number 2. Give me one pro, give me one con of expanding the NCAA tournament to 76 teams.
I mean, pro, more money, more revenue. That's good. No problem with that. Con for me is I think you're just adding more teams that are never going to win anything. It's more participation trophy.
Con would be more of those, and I'm not saying because of you, but that's the narrative we will get when the selection process comes around, and we'll have to relive the outcry again and how we're. That's the con for me, is that people won't be able to move on, and people are still trying to cast this shadow that college basketball is doomed. It's been ruined because we have added these additional games.
All right, so
before the
that's your
actual
con.
tournament.
What's your pro?
It's more basketball. It's more teams getting in. It's more
Okay.
opportunities to have those feel-good stories.
Okay, Molly?
My pro and con are the same but different because my con would be the more play-in games. I kind of just miss having that first four. But on the flip side, the pro, what Landrum says is that there's more teams. I'm never going to be mad at watching more college basketball.
Yeah.
Ever.
And I've seen enough evidence of this tournament of producing teams that made deep runs or at least had a competitive, didn't see that one coming matchup in round one or they advanced to round two. We have seen teams emerge from Dayton that have proven to be plenty worthy of an NCAA tournament. And we're going to see more of those teams.
Question number 3. The Big 12 narrative yesterday centered around Alabama dropping Oklahoma State from its future schedule while keeping Ohio State on the books. Critics argued the Tide chose the tougher matchup with the Buckeyes while backing away from a more manageable game against the Cowboys. Do you guys agree with Alabama dropping Oklahoma State but keeping the Buckeyes?
Yeah, absolutely. Greg Byrne knows the pulse of his customer, which is the Alabama fan and the people that are buying tickets, and he knows that there's going to be inevitable revenue increases. Why not get the most attractive product where people think they're getting the most bang for their buck?
How do you criticize that?
Yeah.
Unless you're just butthurt because you're Oklahoma State and you want to get your butt whooped by Alabama for 2 years, but like I don't understand why.
Well, Oklahoma State, that was going to be their cash
yeah, it's a
game.
marquee matchup.
That's
for them,
the most sellable game they have on their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They will be better at football, and more people would want to keep that matchup.
The Big 12 argument last night from the Big 12 podcasters was the fact that Alabama could have had an easy win against Oklahoma State. Like, why is Alabama bowing out and being chicken to play a Big 12 team that the SEC always crows? This is their words, not mine, because it was very entertaining watching their attitudes.
That's
about
hilarious that you would criticize somebody for that.
Yes, because they said, if the SEC is so big, bad, and beautiful like you claim you are, why are you worried about going and playing little Oklahoma State? Get a win and move on.
Those people are idiots. Anyway, we could do a whole show on that.
No, but
That's the most idiotic thing I've heard all day.
No, think about it though.
John
this,
Kurtz,
this should make
if
you
you want
proud.
to check his podcast out, go watch that.
I don't really need to hear that crap.
Make you proud as an Alabama fan, but this is the one that they were counting on. This was the future scout. Well, at least we get Alabama in whatever year. So it's a credit to Alabama that was an appointment game for them on a future schedule. But no, and how many people are going to watch Alabama Oklahoma State versus Alabama Ohio State?
That was my argument. These are two of the biggest brands in college athletics.
It's good
Think
for
about
college
the
football
television
as a
slot.
whole,
Think about the money that
Would
they're
it
going to make.
would it not be more selfish to deprive us, the college football fan, of Alabama Ohio State, and instead we? And I think he's going to do fine. I like the coach. I was impressed with him at North Texas. But
how much criticism would Alabama have gotten for dropping Ohio State and keeping Oklahoma State?
Oh, yeah.
It would have been the #1 story in college sports, or besides the tournament thing.
100%.
Like, it would have been massive.
Well, and according to this podcaster, and listen, he knows what he's doing. He basically said Alabama took the trap. I mean, it's like the old saying, and you might not remember this, like, do you still beat your wife? You've ever heard that one? Because whatever you answer, you're indicting yourself.
Yeah, you're indicting. Yeah. No, you're right.
So it was like Alabama took the bait because it was a no-win situation. Because if you keep Ohio State, then the Big 12 people are going to say, well, team didn't win a game. Why are you scared of Oklahoma State? Why don't you play them? Programs in the doldrums. But meanwhile, if you said Ohio State, we're not playing you, then all of a sudden the folks in the Big Ten are saying, well, once again, the SEC is tucking tail and running away.
You could just respond, we scheduled the game when you guys were still bowl eligible every year.
As I said, if you were better at football, maybe it'd be a conversation, but you're not right now. So
it's a no-brainer. I understand Oklahoma State being butthurt because, that was a whole lot of fun to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. In a U.S. Global Sports Report, thousands of international sports fans were asked which American pro sport they follow the most. An incredible 75% of non-U.S. residents chose one league by a wide margin over the rest. Who do you think made up the top 3 pro leagues that foreigners follow the most?
That foreigners follow the most?
There's going to be a trap in here.
Yeah, NFL, Major League Baseball.
Remember, the one that was number 1, 75% of foreigners say they follow that league more than any other.
Yeah, and the catch is the Canadians. So NHL, Major League Baseball, and NFL.
Well, think about all the Europeans as well.
See, I
in
was
the
thinking
NHL.
MLS. Or I was thinking MLS maybe.
Oh, that's good too.
But who cares about the MLS?
So,
Well, apparently you think a
Some
lot of
people
people do.
Yeah, I'm second guessing myself now. The hockey angle.
75% of foreigners surveyed said that they follow this league sport, professional league sport.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go NFL, NBA, and NHL just to mix it up a little bit.
That was gonna be my exact. I'll switch it up. I'll go NFL, MLB, and NHL.
that's what I did. I was thinking about the number of foreign players in MLB.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you got a lot of Europeans in basketball now. Canadians
Hockey.
love soccer or hockey, and Europeans also love. And South
Hockey.
America, they love soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And armpit hair.
All right, number 70, 75% of those that were surveyed by the U.S. Global Sports Report, NBA was 75%. Coming in at number 2 was the NFL at 66%. There was a tie for third, Major League Baseball and MLS. Hockey was fifth
Huh.
Should have stuck with my gut.
at 46%. Only 46% of those non-U.S. residents followed the NHL.
America wins gold, world loses interest.
There you go.
See what you did, Jack.
They're good at something else.
Toothless.
Jack.
It's a good one.
All right, when we come back,
Snaggle.
we're going to wrap up the week with a question from BB. Has to do with a very interesting situation that took place in Southern California. That's next on Three Man Front.
We've got BB's question coming up next, but spring weather in Alabama is often unpredictable, but you can always rely on a Train home comfort system. And during their Spring Unstoppable event, you can receive up to $1,350 rebate on select Train home comfort systems. So learn more and find a comfort specialist near you at train.com.
All right, so let's wrap up the week. BB has submitted a question for Pat Ponders, and here we go. 3 Southern California residents were found guilty recently of an outlandish but creative insurance fraud scheme. They submitted multiple claims requesting compensation for cars damaged by roaming bears. Curiously, the claims were found to be from incidents that all happened on the same day, and convenient security camera footage picked up something odd about the bear. That would be because the bear was actually a guy in a furry costume armed with a pair of meat shredding claws. On a single night, the bear shredded the seats and body panels of 3 separate cars with a total claim of $141,839. She writes, surely there are more innovative ways to destroy a vehicle to get the insurance money. She asks you guys, how would you do it?
That sounds horrible. I think I would do it by parking on a hill, making sure that
The parking brake was...
yes, and that nobody was going to die. Turn the wheels a certain way where it just hits something. That's the first thing I'm thinking. Or you go to like a state park. You do the old Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Into the lake?
With a vintage
into
car.
the pond?
It just goes out the back of the little carport there into the woods. That's what I'm thinking.
See, maybe I messed up. I was going more of like the light it on fire route. Like find a dessert, like somewhere kind of where it's not going to catch a bunch of stuff on fire, but you go.
But I think you got a good inspector, somebody who's good with arson and stuff like that. Couldn't they pretty much figure out that you
Yeah.
they know that you said it.
I'm
Human error with the parking brake.
I'm going to light a candle in my car and accidentally knock it over.
There you
Why
go.
would
And
you
then I'll
light
leave-
a candle in your car?
Because it smells
he's
good.
having special time
Yeah, in my car.
by himself
With Alec Bohm.
with
Stop.
a candle with Alec Bohm.
There's a way to frame it.
I was thinking putting a foreign object in the gas thing, like salt or flour or something, and then acting like that's someone else.
Sugar in the tank.
Yes, doing that.
Conrad's favorite is banana in the tailpipe.
That's what I hear.
Beverly Hills Cop. Why are you shaking your head? You went to a dark place there.
It's been a rough 30 minutes of the show for me. I hope my wife never hears it.
Well, you were gone an hour. You like disappeared.
It's true.
Exactly.
I took one for the team for an hour is what I did.
Hey, thank you for the burger.
Oh, those were
You're
fantastic.
welcome.
Thank you, Ryan. Those
Yeah,
were
thanks,
really
Ryan.
good.
Those were wonderful. All right, it's been a fun week. Thanks for joining us. Got another exciting week. We'll lead it off with a Reaction Monday. Whether you're on the mountaintop, in the valley, always remember, God is great. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe. We'll see you on Monday.